Southwest Mock 2026. This is paper 1 under engineering science for intermediate level technical school. Students of grammar school who are doing physics and chemistry will also need this question. The question says the upper fixed point of a mercury thermometer is the temperature of A. Boiling water at standard atmospheric pressure. B. Steam from pure boiling mercury at 1 standard atmospheric pressure. C. Steam from pure boiling water at 1 standard atmospheric pressure. And D. Pure boiling mercury. So basically, what is the upper fixed point? Let's begin by defining this. Well, it is the temperature of steam from pure boiling water. Take note of the word pure. Why do we talk about pure? You see, if we have impurities in water, like salt, and the water begins to boil, the water may no longer boil at 100 degrees Celsius. The water may boil at, say, 100.5 degrees Celsius. Impurities may change or slightly increase the boiling point of water or any other substance. So before using a thermometer, we set the thermometer at specific temperatures, which means that we calibrate it. And they use 2 points. They use 0 degrees Celsius and 100 degrees Celsius. This is the lower fixed point, also called the ice point, and 100 degrees Celsius is the upper fixed point, or called the steam point. Why do we use ice and steam? The reason is that ice melts into liquid water at constant temperature. When ice is melting, the temperature does not change. So we can be sure that the ice is melting at 0 degrees Celsius. Also, we use the steam point, or 100 degrees Celsius, for the steam because this change happens also at constant temperature. But one of the key things about steam is because steam is pure. You see, when the steam is boiling out of the water, we are sure that the steam is at a specific temperature, whereas the boiling water's temperature can be altered by impurities. So the first one says boiling water at standard atmospheric pressure. Well, we don't use boiling water. And that's because, like I explained, boiling water can have impurities. And so boiling water can boil at a different temperature. It is not correct. So the first option is wrong. The second option says steam from pure boiling mercury. Well, we don't really use mercury as the reference substance in a thermometer. We use mercury inside the thermometer. Fixed points are based on water. Fixed points are based on the ice point and the boiling point of water. They're based on water, not mercury. So the second option also is wrong. The third option says steam from pure boiling water at 1 standard atmospheric pressure. This is the correct option. Why? It talks about steam. The upper fixed point is also called the steam point. So we need steam, not water. So steam is correct. Next, it must be from pure boiling water. You see, pure boiling water, not just boiling water. The reason being that pure boiling water doesn't have impurities, which can alter the boiling point of water. And lastly, the water must be boiling at 1 atmosphere of pressure, or at 760 millimeters mercury. The reason is that if the water is boiling at a lower pressure, the water will boil off faster, meaning it could boil off at a different temperature. So to be sure that the water is boiling off at the right temperature, so that we should get the correct calibration of a thermometer, we must have standard atmospheric pressure. So these 3 conditions must be present. It must be steam, it must be from pure boiling water, and the pressure at which the water is boiling must be at 1 atmosphere. Next, the next option says pure boiling mercury. Like we said, we do not use mercury or boiling mercury as a reference fluid. So the correct answer was steam from pure boiling water.